What's going on out there tonight? I hope y'all doing well. Check out that reading makes me mad. Not reading right now. I'm talking to you. I wanted to talk to you tonight about a couple of things. The first thing on my mind was um, grief and loss, and understanding that everybody is going to experience their grief and process differently depending on what they've been through in their life, how they've learned how to cope, how others around them cope, what they've been shown, what they learned, and how many times they've actually had the opportunity to cope with a big loss. We're all going to experience it sometime. No one, no one is immune to it. Now, loss can you can experience on many different levels. But losing that individual that's close to you is something that you never really get over. It's just you learn to live with it. Right? You have to shape your mind to be able to deal with those losses and move forward. Um, First hand experience, man. Baby brother, right? Killed in a motorcycle accident when he was 19. There's not much you can do to prepare for those type of things. You don't think about someone close to you losing their life that young. I remember not wanting to speak at the funeral because I felt like I wouldn't be able to get through it. But when the time came, I was able to get up and just talk about the good things and the things that I could take with me. Because what we're experiencing is that feeling of loss. We're losing a part of ourselves when you think about it. It's like part of your identity when you're losing people that are really close to you that you see every day. Those people that are part of what you do. It feels like you're losing part of yourself. I feel like that is what makes us the most sad, right? Because a lot of us, if we're believing in a higher power, we believe that individual is going on to a better place. What we're dealing with is a lot of built up feelings and things on the inside that maybe we didn't get off our chest or events and things that we were planning and we want to do, and you can't really see yourself without that individual, and we're saddened because we're losing a part of ourselves. And then we all experience this differently. We all experience it differently. So we need to be mindful of that. We need to be empathetic of that to other individuals. And if you see someone having a difficult time processing, be patient and helpful. Share your story, right? Sit with that individual. You don't even have to say anything sometimes. Just being able to sit. I mean, not the first thing I did. The first thing I did when I was in the hospital and I saw my brother uh, in that bed. First thing I did was talk to him right there. Second thing I did was call my best friends and let them know, like, look, I just can't go home right now. I need you guys to come chill. If I go home, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, right? I got a lot of built up energy, and I'm not sure what I'm about to do with it. And this was what 1 o'clock in the morning. They showed up. We went to IHOP. We sat down. We ate. Um, there wasn't much to talk about. I just didn't want to be alone in that moment. Uh, the next day, we had football practice, or maybe the day after. I went to practice to go coach. I didn't want to just sit and stew. I needed to be around my people. I needed to be in my element. But I knew that about me. I knew that about me from experience of losing a few of my family members prior, and then understanding how those things started to affect me. When my great aunt passed away, I thought I was cool. I was chilling, At my great grandmother's house one day, trying to sleep, and I started having an anxiety attack while thinking about how my great aunt passed away. Right, I didn't know what an anxiety attack felt like until then. I went to the doctor at Sac State the next day, like, "Hey, you guys do a check on my heart. I think something's wrong, man." They're like, you're having some spasm in your chest. You were having an anxiety attack. So I think a little bit differently than most. I think about a lot of different scenarios in life, and my life has taught me that tomorrow's gonna come, whether you're ready for it or not. So you gotta figure out what you gotta do to get going, and that's how I live my life. Right? Not everybody sees things the way I see them, so I gotta be mindful of that. I gotta be respectful of that. Some people may take a lot longer to get back into the swing of things. Right? They might take a little bit longer to really acknowledge that a piece of them is now gone except for a memory. So when you see somebody again having a difficult time grieving, or if you yourself are having a very difficult time grieving, let people know what you need. And if you see someone, ask them what they need. At the very least, sit there with them. You don't even have to say anything. Just sit there and be present with them. You guys have a mad night.